Hello and welcome to my studio. My name is Mark Rogers and I'm the owner of Frame Destination. Today I'm going to show you how to mount a gallery wrap canvas such as this one into one of our floater frames such as that one. Okay, you will receive a floater frame like this and it will include the offset clips with screws, hanging kit, and the instructions which Artie is taking care of. And of course you will need your artwork that you're going to frame. In this case, we've got 8 clips, but for this, I believe that, I'll just use 6 clips. I'm going to put 1 on the top, 1 on the bottom, and 2 on each side. You'll want to plan that out ahead of time, before you start putting these in. You may want to put, 2 in the bottom and 2 in the top instead of just 1. But since this is fairly small, I think 6 clips will be fine. Of course, you can add more clips later. And the tricky part is getting it aligned in the back, and in this case it's kind of hard to see exactly where the stretcher is because the canvas is overlapping it, and so it's hard to tell from the back if it's actually perfectly centered. So what I'm going to do in this case is I'm just going to slide it to one side initially, and make sure that it's centered top and bottom, not too far down like that, but make sure that it's centered that way. And then just rotate it up. And I use a pencil to mark it. Then we've got a pretty good idea of where it needs to be. And I'm going to use a towel folded up to lay it on. And now I can see where the marks are. So this lets me know where I can put these. Now the offset clips, they can just be sitting on the canvas floater. They don't actually need to be screwed into the floater. So now I'm going to cheat and use an electric screwdriver. Of course, you don't have to. When you're first putting these in, I would not tighten them all the way. So I want to make sure that we have all the clips in place and that the artwork is centered before we start to really tighten everything. Okay, so we have the top and bottom. And so now we can adjust it for the left and right. Okay, once we have it centered left to right, you might go ahead and use the pencil, especially if it's a larger one. And there's a chance that when you're flipping it over that it might move a little bit. I'm going to double check it one more time. Okay, now we'll start putting in the side clips. I'm going to put 2. So I'll have them, equally spaced out roughly. It doesn't have to be perfect. Once we have 4 clips, one on all 4 sides, we'll flip it over. Make sure it still looks good because you can still twist it a little bit now. It does look good, so we'll go ahead and put in the last 2 clips. And it's good to hold it from the front, hold the stretcher bar and the canvas so that you're not pushing it down. Once we have all 6 clips in, want to double check, take another look at it. Looks pretty good still, so we'll go ahead and tighten these up. Okay, and you can see we're all done. And now we have gallery wrap canvas floating inside of a floater frame. Next step is to put last step is to put the hanging kit on. Go ahead and fold this towel out so that we've got a safe surface to work on. So I'll make sure that where the top is, so we have the top up here, put it down with the top towards me. So it's usually good to come down about 1/3 of the way from the top. And again, you can consider pre-drilling the holes. So we'll mount the 2 hangers. Once you have the hangers attached, then you simply need to just attach the wire. And I'll go through a couple of loops on the hanger itself. And then twisting it. And we don't want to make the wire real tight like that. We want to have it loose like that. That'll help reduce how much it moves around after it's hung on the wall. Clip off the excess wire. A second loop around the hanger. And then twisting the extra wire around the main wire. Once we have the hanging wire, then we just need to add the little bumpers at the bottom to help protect the bottom corners from digging into the wall. Just fix those there, and that's it. And now the canvas is floating inside of the floater frame, ready to hang on your wall. I appreciate your time. Hopefully we can help you out at Frame Destination.